I won't change the screen yet because I'm eating. But hello everyone, how you doing? I hope you're doing okay. The computer was lagging so bad. I don't know why. Maybe because the memory is almost full, right? But that doesn't make any sense. I had to uninstall every Adobe program I had on my computer in order for it to stop lagging so much. Yeah. But at the end it was possible, and I'm here. Hello, welcome. Oh my god, hello, O'Malley, my destiny. Am I being heard? I think I might be heard. Hello, blah 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 blah. Hello. Okay, let me change a screen slowly. Yeah, hello, how you doing? Let me put myself bigger here so you can see my big face. Guys, I actually had prepared something for today, but I forgot to put it here. Let me see if I can do it right now. So guys, yesterday, I was checking on the stores that exist online, and if you go to Etsy, for example, you will see a lot of people that sell VTuber stuff and stream overlays and all that shit, right? And I was like, ooh, I'm Reverby. Wait, thank you so much for letting me know. Thank you. Okay, so yesterday, I had to go to a trip because how do you call it in English? Holy Week. In Spanish it's Holy Week, but I don't know if Holy Week's the name of on English. I think it's Esther Week. I don't know, whatever. Because holidays, right? I was supposed allegedly going to a trip, but at the end I didn't go. I didn't go because the reason why I became a hikikomori on my freshman year is because of my mom. Because my mom is also a hikikomori, but she's not in freshman year anymore. She's an old lady. She's an old hikikomori lady, and I think my inheritance from her is just don't like to getting out of the house. So we were allegedly going on a trip for holidays and go to see family to my hometown and everything. But at the end, we look at each other and she was like, we need to buy the tickets for the trip. And I was like, yeah, we should, right? And she was like, what if we don't go? She just looked at me after I told her we need to buy the tickets. She just looked at me. And say, what if we don't go? So we didn't go. But I seized the time of the holidays and I tried to, do some work and do some homework from college because I'm on my last year this time for real, because I told you last year was my last year, but college sucks, so I had to take thesis again, and now this is my last year for real. So I need to be paying attention to that. So I took these days to find myself and try to think a lot of things, because I also got some news, but okay, it's like there aren't bad news, there aren't good news either. It's just like news, medical news and everything. So I needed some time to process, and I was like, I'm gonna take a break from streaming too, because lately I also have been feeling a little bit unmotivated for streaming. It's just I don't know if it's called burnout or something. I don't think it's burnout, because I did wanted to stream. I actually, guys, streaming makes me happy. So I want to stream as much as I can, and I was feeling a little motivated in the organization part of the streaming, because for streaming, you have to organize, for example, collabs, or for example, events you're gonna have on the channel and stuff like that for keeping you entertained, right? And I've been feeling a little bit out of creative uses to do stuff, and that's something where, but it's gonna pass. I know it's gonna pass. It's just like it's maybe gonna be a season, right? When I'm running out of creative juices, and then they're gonna come back again. And working on Easter. Hello, bye-bye. Yeah, because it was my holiday, okay? I get to spend my holiday as I want to, okay? Shut the hell up. And yeah, that was my weekend. And I just spent time, with myself. Guys, I started a skincare routine. I have been on this skincare routine for 1 month now. And bro, my face is totally different. I I didn't know a skincare routine could change you this much. I swear to God, my lips got bigger. I look myself in the mirror and my eyebrows are more like populated, my eyes are bigger, and my lips are also juicier. It's creepy because, guys, I don't look myself at the mirror every day. Like, I do have a mirror on the bathroom, but I'm not the kind of person that spends too much time caressing themselves, right? So I often don't look myself in the mirror. And today, when I was going to bath myself and prepare, for streaming, I had to bath and everything. I washed my face, and I don't know why, I took a second to look myself in the mirror, and I was like, who the hell is that person? Who the hell is that person? It's crazy, guys, but I didn't recognize myself. I had to just stare at the mirror. I was like, blink. If that person blinks, that means it's me too, right? And I was like, blink, blink, blink. You sure it's an allergy? No, it's not an allergy, because that will hurt, right? If it were an allergy, I will be in pain, but I'm not in pain. I do have allergies, very strong allergies to almost everything, but for that I had to taste the products before. When the lady was selling the products to me, I had to test the products on my hands and on the back of my neck, because those are sensitive parts. And if I got an allergy, then that means the product will make me an allergy. But no, the product is okay. And guys, I cannot live without moisturizer. I don't know how I used to live my life, just washing my face and not wearing a moisturizer and the sunscreen. My face, when I don't wear it anymore, my face feels weird. I don't know. Maybe this is the new marketing strategy to make you addicted to skincare products. But I don't know, my face feels dry and sticky when I don't wear the moisturizer. And it's crazy, because before I didn't use moisturizer. I always have used a special soap, because when I was in high school, I tend to have pimples and acne, right? But besides the soap, I didn't wear anything else, because I'm always been lazy. I don't like to, as I told you, I don't spend too much time caressing myself, because I don't know, it's boring. It's boring and I don't like it. So when I was in the store asking to the lady, I told her that I will not spend 10 minutes to put a lot of products on my face. I need something quick, something that I should just like pa 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 and then go on with my day. So the lady, now guys, I'm using a soap that is a gel soap, very gentle with my face, and it feels so different, because my previous soap was also for oil control, but if it came into my nose by accident, it will hurt. And also my eyes. If by accident I will open my eyes, or the soap with the water will enter my nose, that will hurt. That will stink. But now with this new soap, guys, even if I put it on my nose or eyes by accident, It doesn't hurt, and it smells so nice. It smells so good, guys. You know I have a thing with smells, right? So it smells so good. It smells so freaking nice. I just like it because then my face is smelling like the soap, right? And when I smell my face, and I smell the soap. Are you allergic to chat? What are you talking about? I don't think so. I mean, maybe. Delta 2.0 in real life, guys. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm eating. I'm eating again. So if you hear something, this is mukbang, okay? It's mukbang stream. Baby face. I don't know, guys. My face feels so different. Very, very different. It also looks different. After the soap, I put myself a moisturizer. Everything is on gel or serum because I don't like what I didn't like about the skincare is the texture of the products, right? When it's a little bit creamy and when it's too like heavy, I don't like to feel that I have something on my face. That's why makeup and I, even though I like makeup and I have like a love-hate relationship because I don't like to feel the things on my face. It's just very uncomfortable. And the reason why I didn't used to wear products or even sunscreen is because I will feel the sunscreen on my skin, and I didn't like that. It was gross. Okay, it was very gross. So the lady gave me products that are actually water-based. And it literally, I put it on my face and it disappears. I don't even feel like I found the product, but I feel the consequences of the products. I don't know if I'm making myself clear. Like, for example, after the soap, I clean my face and I wear this moisturizer. And this moisturizer is like a gel moisturizer, and I just put it on my face and that's it. It disappears. I don't feel a thing. But I do feel that my face is like, I can move it more freely, like the elasticity is back. I don't know how to call it. Like, I feel my skin young, okay? And then I just apply a little bit of sunscreen because, you know, I'm brown, and because of my skin color, I do tend to get pigmentation when I'm exposed to sun or to light. My skin tends to get pigmented, so I just wear the sunscreen, and also the sunscreen is water based, so I just put it on my face and it disappears. It totally disappears, and I don't feel a thing. Guys. I love this. I totally love this. And at night I do the same shit. I just don't apply sunscreen, and I do apply instead of the moisturizer, I apply a serum that is salicylic acid, I think, on my face. And I swear, guys, the third day after I used the salicylic thingy, I didn't have any pimple. Like all the pimple thingies I had, because I tend to have like little mini baby pimples around my nose. They disappear. They totally disappear. I have never felt so clean in my life. I never felt so clean in my life. I recommend to you guys. I recommend to you to use skincare or start a little skincare routine, because I feel so proud of myself. What do you eat? I made myself some French toast, what you call French toast, and then I'm drinking coffee. Wait, I gotta go to college. See you later. Have fun, Leon. Enjoy college. Morning, little Delta. Morning, Angel. How you doing? ¿Cómo estás? Oh my god, tasty. Do you like your coffee black? I think so. I like coffee without sugar. But if it's too dark, I do put a little bit of sugar to just, or milk. I honestly, guys, prefer milk than sugar, because you're gonna call me hipster, queer, quirky, whatever you like, but coffee is made to be drunk without sugar and any other complement. Coffee is meant to be drunk alone. But I will not judge you if you put some honey or sugar or milk on the coffee, because I understand that when you're not used to the bitterness of the coffee, you will need a little bit of, you know, a little bit of milk or whatever to drink, be able to blah 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 blah. So right now I have a little problem because we bought a coffee machine to be able to do the coffee more quickly and stuff. Because since my mom needs to go to work and she needs to get the coffee right away, and I also work almost all day, and sometimes I gotta get out because I'm a delivery boy. So sometimes they just call me and say, we need to send some boxes, and I just have to get out of my house. So because of that, we often need coffee quickly because we do not drink water, we drink coffee, and that maybe is a problem, but we're not gonna change our habits very soon. So, anyways, we bought a coffee machine. The thing with the coffee machine, and I don't like the coffee machine, is the coffee is very light. I don't know if we're doing something wrong if we don't know how to use the coffee machine, but isn't it supposed to come darker? Because that's what the machine does, right? Make coffee. But it's making it lighter than we have an Italian coffee press. So when we make coffee now, we prefer to use the press than the coffee machine. Even though it takes more time, it actually makes our coffee more darker, and darker coffee is tasty because it's tastier because tasty is tastier. Oh, fucking English. Okay. Coffee, the dark coffee is tastier because it has more flavor on it. So I have also a love-hate relationship with the coffee machine. It's actually very entertaining to see the coffee machine do the job. It keeps me just watching. It's very entertaining. It's very entertaining, but it doesn't do well its job. So we had to take back the press thingy to do the coffee. Is that about real radios? What do you mean? And there are different kinds of coffee machines. You use a drip coffee pot. Oh, I didn't know that. We have the coffee machine we have is like a small box, and it has a jar, and you put the coffee inside, and then you put some water on the sides, and then you put the jar, and then you press a button, and then the coffee just comes out. I don't touch coffee or hot drinks, to be honest. No, man, you're losing life. Coffee is one of the best beverages you can have. How much coffee you put on water? I don't know. Oh, that makes sense. No, that's what I told you. I don't know if we're doing something wrong. Most likely we're doing something wrong, right? Because we were used to do the pressing ourselves. And there's also this, some old people say that when you do it yourself, it tastes different than when a machine does it. And I can feel it, I don't know if it's mysticism or superstition, but I can actually feel the difference when a machine does the press than when a person does the press. I don't know why. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe it's merely superstition, That's why, for example, there's these stores, at least here, that is called... How do I say this in English? Wait, I'm gonna I'm gonna translate there. Okay. Uh, 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 uh. Craftsmanship. Craftsmanship. Okay, that when is craft come craft craftsmanship. 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 I don't know. It tastes different. It tastes very different. And here we have a lot of homemade ice cream stores, and they're very popular because the flavor is very different than just a commercial ice cream thingy, and you can feel the flavor. The oils of the person that the game meets with the bitch. Shut the hell up, Luciano. What the hell are you talking about? That's so gross. That's so gross. Shut the hell up. My mother loves coffee and rather a machine since it gets the temper for her. Yeah, I think maybe it's just us. Maybe just us that we're using the machine wrong. Most machines make as much as a difference, but fresh ground coffee service a lot better than penguin. I do agree. And also maybe it's because of the aroma, right? The smell is when it's fresh, the smell is stronger. And as you may know, what you smell, you taste. So most of, for example, there's, I don't remember the culture, but there's a type of gastronomy that is based on the aroma of the food. So if it has a strong aroma, you don't only taste it by the mouth with your tongue, you also taste it with the smell that comes down to your throat from your nose, and that makes the flavor stronger, and you feel it more like vivid and everything. And it's very, very interesting, you know. I really like that's why for example, people when they, for example, in wine taste, they often use coffee smell to clean the throat canal and be able to taste more vividly the wine's flavors, and be able to judge more clearly the flavor and the texture and everything. Do you know that? They also use it, for example, in perfumes, and when they, for example, go to these people, food critics, right? Sometimes they use coffee. The coffee smell cleans their throat canal, and they're gonna be able to determine to judge what they taste better because their throat, yeah. Because there's no love. You should love your coffee machine. It will make better coffee. Okay, tonight, bye-bye. Tonight I'm gonna kiss my coffee machine and I'm gonna tell him how much I love him. Okay? I'm just gonna grab my arms around him. I'm gonna hug and I'm gonna kiss him. My internet digging is evolving. Hello, Idol. How you doing? I hope you're doing fine. Welcome to this stream. We're talking about coffee. Some programmed coffee brands come with leaves and branches mixed with it, the beans to increase volume and make it cheaper. Be mindful of cheap brands. Oh yeah, that will suck. I remember one time I went to the market. It was one of my first times buying food, because this makes me a little bit embarrassed to say, but I grew up with I don't know if I've been directly open about this, but I grew up with my grandparents. My grandparents and my aunt basically raised me, so I often was surrounded by old people, and I will get along better with old people than people my age. And I do remember that when I had to move alone because of college, I was in my freshman year and I had to move out of the house. It was hell because my grandparents and my aunt will always pamper me. I remember when, for example, my aunt will make a meal for everyone, right, in the house. But if it was a meal that I didn't like, she will make a whole different dish just for me to eat. If it was something I didn't like, she will just go to the kitchen and prepare a whole different thing just for me to actually eat the food. And a lot of stuff like that, right? If I was hungry, she will get up and make food for me, and she will clean my room. She will do my laundry. Like I was pampered. Maybe because, as I told you, I was the only young guy in the house. Everyone was old people, and I was spoiled. Okay, I was spoiled. If I will want something, my uncle will get it for me. I remember one time we were watching the TV, and I was like 15, right? And we were watching a commercial about some guys doing BMX. And they were doing acrobacies and everything on the TV. And I was like, damn, it will be cool to have a skateboard. The next day, on the morning, my uncle appeared on the door with a skateboard and a helmet. And he was like, you're gonna go to school on this. And I was like, I actually don't want to. I'm a coward. Because I also, as you may know, I'm actually low-key a coward. I'm a coward. So when he was with the skateboard on the door, I tried the skateboard and I got so scared of falling down that I never used it. I never used the skateboard. Because I was scared of falling. And I do remember he took me out to the park and he was like, okay, so you're gonna go to school on this. So you need to learn how to control the table in order to cross the road and to not get crushed by a car. We went to the avenue where all the cars were like, passing by. And he was like, you're gonna cross the road. And I was like, no, I'm not. How can you be delusional enough to think that I'm gonna cross the road in this thing? But yeah, so when I had to move alone, I didn't know how to do shit. I didn't know how to do shit, guys. I was totally unprepared. I was totally unprepared for life. I had to, fake it till you make it. And I didn't even know how to make coffee. It was so sad. Delta! Oh my god, is that wild spice? Is that wild spice? Senpai! How you doing? Welcome. Spoiled, so spoiled. Shut the hell up. I'm opening myself to you. I'm not a coffee enjoyer, but however, my RCEO meter, random channel encounter, is in the sky. Oh, did you find me? You find me randomly? That's crazy. I hope you're enjoying the conversation and I hope you're having a nice day. Have you taken breakfast? Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and it is the most amazing meal of the day because you can eat whatever you like. You can eat whatever. You can eat sweets, you can eat bitter, you can eat salt food, you can eat whatever you want in the breakfast. That was the best meal of the day. Like, breakfast is so good, man. Coffee love, but I also like tea. Dude, tea is so good. I don't understand the discussion between what's better, coffee or tea. No, both of them. Both of them are better. Both of them are like tier level beverages. They're very good. Did you skate? No. I mean, it was funny because I got able to do an ollie. I don't know if you're familiar with the skate movements, but ollie is one of the most basic jumps you can do on the skateboard, and it's basically the typical movement that you see. The person jumps and then the table just spins underneath, and then the person just falls into the skateboard. I don't know how to describe it, but if you search a skateboard ollie, you will see a lot of videos because it's one of the basic movements that you see on skate. I did learn how to do that, but I never learned how to actually skate. Like the swish, the sliding part, I never learned how to do that. I got so scared. And you know, when my mom knew that my uncle had gave me a skateboard, she was like crazy, you know? She was like, "How dare you? And how are you delusional enough to think he's gonna go to a school on a skate? What? Do you want him to die?" And my mom was going nuts, right? So I just had my skateboard like 1 week, and then I don't know, I think they gave it away or something. It was the best week of my life. I'm a stage of my life in which I usually drink only water. I mean, you're healthy, right? That's good. You need to keep yourself healthy. Oh my god, is that Hakuja? Hakuja! Hello, morning! Let me grange you, dude. Guys, you know, I'm gonna expose Hakuja. The other day, we were in a server, right? And he was in a call with other friends. And I was like, I'm gonna go to say hi. I'm gonna go to say hi to these people because they seem so cool and I wanna be friends with them. The first thing I saw is fucking Hakuya's face. And he's like, "Oh, Delta, do you think I look cute with glasses?" It was... I was like... Oh my god, it was so funny. Because it just jump scared me. You don't understand, it just jump scared me, dude. It just jump scared me. I was on my bed, I was ready to go to sleep. Who says you have to choose? Just drink coffee, milk tea. Wait, is that a thing? I mean, I guess it should... yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. I guess it's not very popular here. I mean, I wasn't very popular here because recently I have seen a lot of tea stores, you know. How is this called? Boba tea, you know, boba tea, the tea with balls. The tea with balls. You know, recently, because, you know, 2 years ago, boba tea weren't a thing on my country. They just came here recently. And I see a lot of very... I just love boba tea, guys. I love boba tea. And I've seen a lot of pretty flavors on those. Very strange flavors, like the one you mentioned. And I guess it must exist, but, you know, they weren't a thing. They weren't a thing until some years ago. Where, you know... they... I don't know how to describe it. Hey, Elon Musk! Hello, Glacius! Welcome, how you doing? I usually enjoy breakfast with one fruit. The rest of is my creativity, but it's mostly bread with eggs thing. You know, that's good. That's good. I will always encourage you guys to eat some fruit. I will encourage you guys. I encourage you to eat some fruit, especially if it's in the morning. For example, before my breakfast, I cut an apple and make apple slices, and I just ate that while I was doing my breakfast. I don't know, in some countries I think it's not as popular eating fruits because they don't have fruits. But if you have the possibility, I really encourage you to eat fruits because it's gonna be a big benefit for your health. A big benefit for your health. Your stomach will feel lighter and you'll have better digestion. I really recommend you to eat some fruit. I mean, if it's just a little one, you know, like a cherry or something. Okay, but I was very cute though. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Interesting that it's a spread over here. Wait, what? I've been drinking it since I was a baby. Oh, the tea meal. Yeah, because, okay, so, I don't want this to come out of racist, okay? But Asian stuff wasn't very popular here until some years ago. Actually, when I was a child, and you will see, for example, Japanese or Chinese or Korean letters on a package, it was usually related with something bad or cheap, or that was going to be bad for you if you eat it. It's not until recently for K-dramas, I think, K-dramas and Japanese culture, that Asian stores have been very successful. Because, yeah, when, for example, when I was a child, Asian stores weren't a good thing. They were looking down, okay? And now they're very popular. So I feel like it's not bad recently that the people is trying the food from Asia, and they have discovered that, wow, surprise, it's not poisonous. I think about the ignorance in my country very, very funny. It's very, very funny. So there's a lot of very tasty things that come from Asia that we didn't give it a chance before. But I'm so happy. I'm very happy that nowadays they're more popular because, guys, Asian food is actually very, very tasty, and they're very creative with the beverages and stuff. And I feel like wow, we live in such a time. I'm so happy to be alive because I do love food. I love food, and I'm so happy to live in a time where I can actually try every kind of food of every country. You know, if it was 30 years ago, I will not have the possibility to drink some Japanese beverage that you can find in a store nowadays. It's crazy. Oh, long milk tea. Ah, that's so good. Guys, I also have a contradiction here. I love matcha. I hate matcha tea. I love matcha boba tea. I don't know why, but I do not like matcha flavor. I know it's the most popular one, but I don't know, I just don't like it. It's very dusty, you know, a little bit like sandy. But when it's a boba tea, I don't know what they put inside. I don't know what they put it inside, but the flavor is not the same anymore. And it's actually tasty when it comes like in a boba presentation. But it's not with boba. I don't know what they do. I honestly don't even know how boba is made. I think boba is like sweet, right? It's like a sweet. It's like a candy. I don't even know what it is. Man, I hate to see cornet trap melon moss in the afternoon. Hello, Red Road. How you doing? Welcome, buddy. I hope you having a nice day, yo. I hope you having a nice day. Are you having a nice day? Fruit is life. I do agree, guys. I do agree. What is your favorite fruit, guys? Do you eat fruit? Do you eat fruit? Especially when fruits in your country and cheap. Yep. Bro, the only reason why I will want to go to Mexico is because of the fruit. Mexican fruit, guys, is like so cheap and so good. They have a lot, like a fucking lot types of fruit. You can find a melon and they have like 7 types of melon. It's so freaking good, guys. But I don't want to get killed, but so I'm... No, I'm lying. Loki. I don't know. There's a Mexican recipe stuff to get Korean ramen. That's crazy. That's so interesting. That you can only find Korean ramen on a Mexican store. That's so interesting. It's tapioca. My favorite fruit is any citrus. Oh, so you like lemon? Huh? You cut the lemon and you just... oh, tasty. Jeb, I'm out of work today, so I'm just chilling for now before I shower and get some food. Yay! No more work. Yay! And you decide to spend your time here. That's so crazy. I appreciate you being here, Red Road. For those who don't know, guys, Hakuya and Red are VTuber friends. They're VTuber, so you can check them out. I don't know how to shout out you guys because I don't know how. But if you copy and paste their names, you will find the channels. And Waspy is also VTuber. You can find her on Twitch. Hakuya streams on YouTube, and Red Row also streams on YouTube. So you can check them out. They're very funny, and they're very sweet to me. I really like them all. My country is known by producing a lot of grapes, blueberries, and cherries. Wow, that's so tasty! I don't like cherries, but blueberries. Okay, guys, I also don't like blueberries. I do like blueberries, but I don't like blueberries. Okay, my problem with blueberries is the skin. Okay, it's the same thing with grapes and for example, dattils, right? I don't like the peel. I don't like the skin. It's just very. It's not soft. It's very, it's very. I don't know how to describe it. It's very heavy. It's very hard. It's very noticeable when you munch it, and I totally hate when I munch a blueberry and a peel of skin just is trapped between my teeth. It's just a horrible. It's a horrible feeling. I just no, thank you. But if it's skinless, it's very tasty. And I also hate the blueberry juice because it's the same thing, right? The peel just gets mixed in the juice, and when you drink it, the peel just gets between your teeth, and it's like, no, thank you. Lemon is good. I cook with it. Yeah, but you eat it? I eat a whole lemon every day. You're lying. You're bluffing. I don't. Send me a video right now. Send me a video. I want. Okay, Hakuya. I want to see you eating a lemon. I actually want to see you eating a whole lemon. Well, do you eat it with the skin and everything? Do you eat it with the skin? That's scary. That's psychopath behavior, Because I understand you can eat a lemon, okay? Okay, you use lemon juice, but eat the lemon skin? That's psychopath behavior, dude. I will recommend you to seek professional help. Even Pete? No, you're a psychopath. Get away from me. Get away from me. I don't trust you anymore. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe around you, buddy. Seek help. OMG, VTubers are real. No way. Crazy. Hola, Delta Bonita. Hola, Rodrigo. ¿Cómo estás? Primero un café, ¿no? Primero un café. Primero un cafecito antes de adularme. No me alburen, chicos. Si me alburean, me pongo shy y ya no respondo. Cierro stream. Have you ever had frozen blueberries? No. Are they different? Do they taste different? I mean, they should, right? Because they're frozen. But what's the main difference besides them being frozen? So my favorite will be these 5. Pineapple, orange, grapes, apple, and peaches. Pieces. No, I'm gonna eat. I have a problem with pineapple. Guys. I told you I'm a very picky eater. I told you I'm a very picky eater, so you shall not be surprised that I have a problem with every food. I do like pineapple, okay? Pineapple taste is very good. Okay? It's very, very good. I like it. It's good. And also, the pineapple makes that your juices that your body produces will taste better if you eat pineapple. Okay? Pineapple is good. Overall. The thing is that my body reacts to the pineapple a little bit weird. When I eat pineapple, my tongue gets crispy, and also the the upper side of my mouth. I don't know how it's called. Paladar. ¿Cómo digo esto en inglés? ¿Cómo digo esto en inglés? Ay, espérate. The palate. Sounds so weird. But the palate of my mouth gets crispy, like, and it stings a little bit when I eat pineapple. I don't know if it's an allergic reaction, but it only happens on those two parts of my mouth. It doesn't happen on my throat. It doesn't happen on my lips. It only happens on my tongue and the palate. And when I eat pineapple, it actually hurts because I can eat one and then I cannot eat anymore because it gets crispy. It gets like if it was born. So the roof of my mouth. Yeah, the roof of my mouth. And I don't know if it's an allergic reaction or it's like a normal reaction. I have never asked other people how they react to pineapple. But do you have the problem? Or it's only me, or it's only a skill issue? Maybe it's just a skill issue, right? Bueno, Delta Fe. Ay, mira, Rodrigo. Primero agarra un espejo y mírate. Primero agárrate un espejo y mírate, ¿ok? ¿A quién le llamas fea? Fea a tu mamá. ¿Cómo te atreves? Just disable your taste sensors and you too can eat an entire lemon. So funny. Point and laugh, guys. So funny. Do you like pineapple pizza? Yes. Guys, I don't know what is your problem with pineapple pizza. Pineapple pizza is very good. Pineapple pizza is very, very good. You know, we even have here pizza with another fruits. We have pizza with blueberry, pizza with strawberry jam. We have pizza with pizza with jam is very popular. And it can be any kind of jam. It can be pineapple jam, tomato jam. We have a type of potato here that is sweet potato. It can be sweet potato jam. In like you can eat it in the pizza, and it tastes very, very good. I am not a fan of sweets, so I do not like very sweet food. And I do not enjoy the pizza when it's with very sweet flavors. But pineapple pizza is a good mix. It's like pineapple is sweet, but it's not that sweet, you know? It's more like an acid sweet taste. So it tastes very good. The combination is very, very good. Eating healthy makes your juices taste better, not solely pineapple. That's interesting. Thank you so much for the information, bye-bye. Pineapple is attacking me. Pineapple is attacking me. I am going. Sorry. I'm munching. Give me a moment. Tasty. Pineapple is a major sport of my country. Wait, that's crazy. So you have a lot of pineapple? Pineapple? Wait, how much costs a pineapple in your country? It must be super cheap, right? It must be very cheap, right? Because it's a main sport. So, how much does a pineapple cost in your country? How many types of pineapples do you have? Because the other day I was talking to a Mexican, un amigo mexicano, a Mexican friend, and as I told you, like we were talking about fruits, and I asked him the melon thingy, right? Like, I do like melon. Oh my god, I also like melon. I like watermelon. No, I like the pink melon and everything. Blah blah blah. And he was like, oh, what is your blah 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 fruit, melons and everything. I don't remember the topic of conversation. But at the end, he was like, oh yeah, we have like 20 something types of melons, and I was like, huh? What do you mean? How many melons do you have? And he showed me a picture of the store, like the melon part of the store, and it was, guys, I have never seen so many balls in my life. And you're talking about me, right? So you are one of those. Oh god, what are you talking about now? I heard potato. Yeah, potato. Potato. Wait, what pizza? Yeah, pizza with jam is a pizza. It's just a pie. No, it's just like, pizza. Because the pizza, you can put whatever you want on the pizza. It's pizza. And I know that some people call it aberration, but guys, pizza with fruit, it tastes good. You know? Have you seen the cube-shaped watermelons? But I think those are artificial, right? They made them grow on a mold to make them look like a square. I have also seen the Hello Kitty watermelons. I don't think that's healthy for the melon though, because the as every fruit, as every life plant, they need certain space to grow. They need certain, shape to grow properly. And sometimes if you just cluster them and make them, oppress their size to make them fit a mold, sometimes the seeds or the meat of the fruit doesn't develop well, and it can be dangerous. For example, the tomato seeds are dangerous for the body. So if, for example, you decide to crush the tomato in order to make it look like a mini Hello Kitty, then the seeds are not gonna develop in the places they should, and maybe it can contaminate the meat of the tomato, and it can be dangerous for the health in a long-term, situation. I don't know. I don't know anything about plants. I'm just assuming. I'm just assuming. Maybe I'm spreading misinformation. Maybe I'm spreading disinformation. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just a robot guy. I remember a blue potato. Right? How do they make a blue potato? I think the salty sweet combo is good, but the only fruit I have on my pizza is pineapple. You know that tomatoes are also fruits, right? And generally, if you eating pizza with tomato sauce, it's basically a fruit sauce. So you're actually eating fruit every time you eat a pizza, even if it doesn't have pineapples. I mean, if you know. If you don't know, it's okay. Also, ¿cómo que andamos con el español delta? Me equivoqué, it's the other way around. No, sí, aquí también hablamos español. Aquí hablamos español, aquí hablamos todos los idiomas a pesar de que no entendamos ni michi. Aquí hablamos también tacataca a veces. Así, Ohio, Orewa del Delta des. ¿Qué dije? Que tu mamá me la pela. Objection, Red. Tomatoes are fruits. That's what I said. Yeah, Red. Objection. Tomatoes are fruit. It costs like $2 per pineapple, sometimes cheaper. Wait, $2? Wait, that's not that cheap. I thought it was gonna be like 50 cents or something. That's crazy. I mean, it's not expensive, but it's also not that cheap. It's like normal price, right? Taca. Sí, taca. Aquí hablamos también taca. No, mentira, no sé hablar taca. O sea, hablamos taca, pero no sabemos taca. Be told, in cooking logic, tomatoes are vegetable. I mean, cooking logic. Does the cooking has a whole different logic than the normal human logic? What are you talking about? Tomato have seeds. Everything that has seeds is a fruit. That's why, for example, the cucumber is also fruit. It's hard to me to find the presence if I don't live there anymore. Oh, okay, I see. That makes sense. A pineapple here is $2.39? Bro, that's so freaking expensive. Where do you live? The moon? What is so elevated? Dude. That's insane. I will not buy a pineapple with a price. I would prefer to buy something else. That's very expensive. Derrota is a fruit? No! Okay, wait. Let me think. Is the fruit... Is everything that have seeds inside? Wouldn't that make every man a fruit too? I'm just saying, like, following the logic, right? If I follow the logic, well, it's... You know. It's the logic. Guys, like that, you know? Also, here there is some exotic potato varieties. But guys, there's a lot of freaking potatoes in the world. Like, I think potatoes, like, I think it's more likely to get invited by alien potatoes than normal aliens. If I can be totally honest. I think the potato invasion is closer than a robot invasion or an alien invasion, because there's a freaking potatoes in our planet. Have you noticed that we can invade it by potatoes and we are not even noticing it? Maybe the potatoes are the true enemy. Haven't you think about that? $2 is almost the double, close to the triple of what I pay for a pineapple here. No! Guys, why? Why are you paying $3 for a pineapple? No! That's too expensive. You know how... Guys, $3 is a fucking whole meal here. Where I live, for example, if I want to lunch and have a proper lunch, a lunch, like a full main dish with a little snack at the beginning, and then the beverage, it's gonna cost me $3. Well, $3.20, I think, but yeah, $3, more or less. What are you saying? I'm just being logical. Some men do be fruity. What are you talking about, Bye? Don't be dirty on my child. How dare you? And did you know the cactus fruit? Para los amigos tuna, potatoes are even a lot of bioplastic. Potatoes are on drugs? That's what you're telling me? That's what you're telling me? Potatoes are on drugs? Okay, it's one top $2 per pineapple, but the quality is much better than what you can get in America. Excuse me. Excuse me for being American. Oh, damn. I mean, I don't wanna send shit to America, but I do know, and I think it's global knowledge that America doesn't have the best fruit exportations of all the world, right? It's just, I think it's common knowledge, so you can shit on America, it's okay. A meal out here on the cheap end is $12. What? With $12 I can eat for a week, for more than a week. That's crazy. $4 for 1 kilogram of pineapple, or how we call it, pull ananas. Ananas! In Spain they also call it ananas. 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 It's so funny. Ananas. Ananas. No, potatoes are biodegradable plastic. It's a part of the team of potato work hunter. Oh. What are you talking about? Potatoes are biodegradable plastic. Wait, what? Is it? Are we using potatoes on our plastic bags? That's crazy. I mean, that's very clever too. That's very, very clever. Outside of the specific local fruits, our fruit it's terrible. My weekly groceries are like $70. Oh damn, man, you should move to Latin America. I mean, guys, I already have told this every time, but if you work from home, you should move to Latin America. If you're not required to presentially go to your work, at least not every day, you should move to Latin America. You're gonna have a king life here. A king's life here, yeah. Also, you will get exposed to a lot of crimes, but you know, if you go to a good neighborhood, you're gonna be safe. Meals here are $16. What? Yo, that's so freaking expensive. That's literally here. That will be a very fancy meal. You know, a very, very fancy meal, like in a very fancy, expensive restaurant and everything. Yeah, it's like $10 for a cheap meal here. I usually spend closer to 70. No, that's crazy. That's so much money, guys. That's so much money. It's because we grow varieties that stay fresh longer, it makes the fruit taste bland. Oh, by the way, hi, Shannon Stag. What are you talking about? The bland fruits? I also have a bland fruit here. Your average pineapple is like 2 kilograms. Oh, that sucks. So that's a really expensive pineapple. Yeah, that's a very expensive pineapple. Like, what is this pineapple made of? Gold? If I eat it, I'm gonna shit gold pieces. Like, what is it so expensive? And I'm gonna shit a diamond off my ass if I eat this pineapple. I don't think so. Ananas is the Native American word for pineapple, and the name Portuguese used when introduced to Europe. So a lot of language say ananas. Ananas! Ananas! It sounds like a VTuber name. Although I wouldn't be surprised if I find a VTuber called Ananas. Only if you come with it? What do you mean if you come with it? With a pineapple? There's a lot of remote work Americans that have moved to Mexico City. Yeah! Because, you know, I think that economy is so fucked up that dollar is very expensive, but it's not worth enough in its own country, you know. For example, if you earn $2,000 per month in America, you're not gonna be able to even pay rent. But if you earn $2,000 per month and you come to a country in Latin America where the dollar is so freaking expensive, for example, you go to Argentina with $2,000 per month, bro, you're fucking rich. You're gonna be fucking freaking rich. You're gonna exude money if you earn $2,000 a month in Argentina, because they're fucked up. And also, like, okay, there's like a ranking of fucking up countries, and I think Argentinian currency is very fucked up at the moment. Like $1 is millions of Argentinian pesos, and have you noticed, for example, we have a thing in Latin America that is called state punch. State punch, un golpe de estado. ¿Cómo se llama eso? Espérate, voy a buscarlo. It's called coup d'état. Isn't this French? Isn't this French? Fudge. Coup d'état. What the hell? Isn't this French? But yeah, it's like when the own president of the country does like anarchism. So we had in my side of Latin America, we had that some years ago, and everyone was shitting on us. But you know what? Argentina, you were shitting on us 10 years ago. Where now we shit on you? How does it feel? How does it feel to be poor, huh? No, I'm joking. I'm joking, by the way. Much love to Argentina. I hope you get out of this. Live like a king, no crime, beautiful woman everywhere. Yeah. You remind me that I have to pay my critical bill today. My soul hurts. Oh no, Red. Oh no. Much love. I hope you survive. Question: you're preparing for the cold of the heat, or you're in the middle? I think I'm in the middle. I think I'm in the middle. I do get allergies, guys. Yesterday my nose was bleeding so much. My nose was bleeding so much. My body gets really weak when it's the seasonal change. So right now I'm a little bit sick. I'm a little bit sick, so I guess I'm in the middle. I'm like that typical old guy that says, my knees are hurting. That means a storm is very near. I'm like that old guy. It's just that my nose bleeds every time the weather changes. So, with moving to Latin America, yeah, sure, like you should. Guys, I don't know if I'm biased because I'm Latino, right? But Latino American countries are the best countries. Even if we fuck up, we are better than your country. Even if we're fuck up, we're still better than you. So you should come here. You should move. Most countries gonna require you a visa, so we're perfect. I guess it's time to moving with grandma in the Philippines. Bro, I think your grandma will love here. Your grandma will love it here. I'm just saying, like she will be so happy until the day she dies. $2,000 in Chile isn't the best, but if 4 months of work with minimal salary. Yeah. I mean, it depends on the country, but Chile is very well positioned in economy right now. I do think, you know, as I told you guys, this is a reminder. Don't trust anything I say. Anything, like it could be misinformation, it could be a lie. I could be saying that Chilean president died yesterday and it will be a lie because I don't know anything about politics. I just know the little things I read on the internet and they must be probably a lie. So don't trust anything I say about politics. They probably gonna be wrong. They're probably gonna be wrong. But I do think Chile is well positioned right now. Economy talking, right? Economy talking. They still have shitty food, but economic talking. They're very well positioned. I think every country has its own, like, you know, we have talked about this on the stream before. In Latin America, every country has a thing that makes it better than the other countries. And we're very competitive, as you may notice. We're very competitive between each other, but we're still better than your country. For legal reasons, I'm joking. According to economists, Argentina is the country that, against our expectations, fails. Yeah. Lol, no? What do you mean, lol, no? I got an invitation to live with Delta. No, you got an invitation to live in Latin America. If you ain't living near me, I'm gonna run away. In quality of life in Latin America, avoid some major cities, get a good paying job, and avoid crime zones. That you'll be fine. Yeah, bro. I really recommend you. If you get a really good remote job and you move to Latin America, there's some amazing, beautiful places that are very well. They have very good neighborhoods where you won't get killed, more likely. You know, because I think the most crime scenarios are in the big cities. And the big cities are actually not very good for living because they don't have landscapes, they don't have beauty on you know, they're very don't move to a big city. They're very noisy and dirty, and there's so many beautiful small towns where you will have a more peaceful life. And it's gonna be better because it's gonna be cheaper and you're gonna be surrounded by good people, most likely. It's gonna be good. You will actually gonna have to learn the Spanish, but you know, Spanish is not that hard. Moving to Latam is like going to Mordor for me. But you mean, Hakuya, you should come visit me. I will take you tourism. I will give you a tourism a tour. That will be so fun, wouldn't it? I will show you why you should stay here in Latin America. Chile is pretty good. The only thing is Santiago is pretty messed up. Also, hosting is a problem there recently. I don't even know the situation in Chile, but I do know they have very beautiful places. Like, it's a very good place to do tourism and everything because the streets are very clean and they have a lot of touristic destinations that is very worth the visit. Latin America is a dangerous place and I could not go remote there. What you mean? Like, if you work remote, like I'm just being logical, guys. Like, if you work remote, Latin America is one of the best places you can live with. If you have a remote work and you get paid in dollars, why not? It's gonna be better. Also, Chile is top 10 in internet speed. That's crazy. Priorities. I respect that. But I would like to see my family more than once a year for $1 trillion international flight. I will not assure you that it's gonna be cheaper, but I do assure you that you're gonna be happier. Because, yeah, it's I don't know how expensive it is to go to certain sites, but I do know, for example, from my country, I got invited to OFCAI with some friends and stuff, right? And I was like, oh, that will be fun. I'm gonna check how much will it cost. And just one flight from here to there, it costs like $2,000. And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna go. So it's like $5,000 a full trip, going and then coming back, and then hotel, and then maybe some extra expenses and food and everything. It's gonna be like $4,000 or $5,000 just the trip. And at least from here, it's very expensive. But, it depends on the destination, I think, and it depends on the city you're in. Also, it could be cheaper if you do a road trip. For example, if I do a road trip to Colombia, and then from Colombia, I take a flight to America, I think it's gonna be cheaper. So, it's just stuff, You need to be creative. Maybe you can go to Mexico, and then from Mexico to America, it's also gonna be cheaper. Yum, 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 yum. Yeah, we're remote, pay double taxes. I cannot help you in that. I can even do my own taxes, so I will not be able to help you with that. Do you have hot springs? I like fashion hot springs and cute girl. Hot Springs isn't the city where Lightning McQueen got trapped? Isn't that a Disney movie? Isn't Hot Springs the little town where Lightning McQueen got trapped? And learned how to drive? Yeah. I'm gonna drink coffee. Latam has cheaper and better internet connection than Australia. Bro, what are you comparing to Australia? Guys, Australia makes me so freaking scared. I have never went to Australia, and maybe I'm misjudging just based on the things I see on the internet, which is probably bad because, yeah, stereotypes go down, but I think I will never be able to give Australia a chance. If I ever get the chance to get out of the country, Australia will be not in my list of options. Have you seen the animals that they have in Australia? They're freaking aliens. They're freaking aliens. I do think if we're being invaded already, maybe it's not the potatoes, but are the alien books that are located in Australia. Maybe I'm just being mean. And I accept my knowledge of Australia is merely based on the things I have seen on TikTok, which is not good, and I will not recommend you to do it. But have you seen it? Have you seen it? Like, the other day I was watching TikTok, and there was this girl from Australia, and she was like, I'm a tourist and I came to this restaurant in Australia, and she was recording the place. In the fucking roof, there was a freaking snake. A freaking, and it wasn't just, and it wasn't a little snake, just like a tiny puny snake. No, it was a fucking anaconda. It was a fucking shit long snake, thick, a thick snake on the roof, just like watching. What the hell? What if it comes down? What if it? How can you eat with a thing on your head? How can you eat with a thing on your head? I will never. I will cry and piss myself. I will actually cry. I will scream and cry. And have you seen the freaking spiders? Have you seen the spiders? Have you seen the ants? Have you seen the fucking ants? Have you seen the rats? The rats on Australia are on the fucking dog size. Like, they don't have dogs, they have rats as mascots. Like, they're so freaking fucking big. I will never go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I don't want to open the toilet seat and see a fucking anaconda watching at me there. I will cry. I will be traumatized. Yeah, I will probably live in Australia. You're crazy. My main issue with moving to Australia is stamps got from all of my friends. Oh, yeah. Yeah, priorities, I guess. It's scary. They call you names and try to feed concentrated yeast. In Australia? What with the little snake? Doesn't anacondas actually live in Latam? Actually, anacondas only live in the jungle. You know, it's very funny that at least I, being born in a country that is very populated with nature and animals and a lot of beautiful natural landscapes, I do hate nature. I don't like it. I'm so happy we live in the global warming era, because that means I don't have to find a lot of animals on my way. I mean, this may sound mean, okay? I'm so sorry. I apologize, but I just don't enjoy the bugs and animals and nature and heat and anything nature related. It's just not my jam, okay? It's not my jam. I do hate it very, very much. I'm scared of 90% of the books, and the only book I'm not scared doesn't exist. I'm even scared of butterflies, guys. Butterflies are so freaking ugly. Have you seen the butterflies? Have you seen how a butterfly looks like? They're aliens, guys. They're so freaking ugly. They're ugly. Like, when people say, "Oh my god, it's a butterfly and it's so pretty." No, it's not. Have you seen its face? Have you seen a butterfly face, guys? Have you seen a butterfly face? That shit will eat you. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. If that tiny butterfly will be bigger than you, it will eat you. It won't think twice. It will fucking eat you. Okay? No. You're not coming to me saying, "Oh my god, look at this little ladybug. It's so pretty." No. If that fucking ladybug will be my size, and I will be the size of that fucking ladybug, it will eat me. You're not gonna lie to me. It will eat me. It's evil. It's evil, okay? You're not gonna lie to me. I know the truth. Fucking bugs. They're scary. Are you scared of ladybugs? Yes. But the problem in Chile is the air itself. Oh, yeah, guys, the earthquakes in Chile are crazy. I mean, if you're prepared to die, you can just go live there. I'm a farmer, ew. So sorry. I mean, it's not an ew for the job itself, but the job means, because bugs, they make me really scared. No, thank you. I will never. I'm so sorry. Guys, even chickens make me scared. I remember one time we went to the zoo. I was like, what, 9 or 8 years old. And I do remember they have this little event called Adopt Your Mascot or something like that. You have to pay like $2 and you will be able to feed the animals. You will be able to feed the little baby cows, the little chimpanzees, and those animals, like farm animals. I do remember I didn't want to go there, but my father forced me. My father forced me because my father actually grew in the jungle. My father grew in the jungle, like in the jungle. Like he wasn't fucking Tarzan, okay? No, but he grew surrounded by nature and bugs and everything that I hate. So since I was a child, my father tried to force me to like nature, but I never did. So when we saw this event, my father was like, "Yeah, come on, feed the chickens, come on, you can do it." Fucking freaking chicken, dude. He paid money for me to be able to feed the chickens. The chicken fucking pursued me in all the land. In all the fucking land. I was running and screaming and he was fucking laughing at me because I was scared of the freaking chicken. And you know what the chicken was doing? The chicken was pursuing me. The chicken was running for me. The chicken wanted to eat me. Dude, I went to feed the fucking chicken. I want to feed the fucking chicken. It was this lady that he was supposed to be the supervisor of the animals, and he was like, "Yeah, you just you put your hands in." The fucking chicken just pinched my hand, and when I screamed, the chicken started pursuing me. I was running and crying, and everyone was laughing, guys. I fucking hate animals. I don't. I don't like to repeat that experience, okay? I hated that experience. Like, I'm very aware that nature hates me and I hate nature, okay? It's a mutual hate and relationship that I'm not willing to break. So I respect nature. She can stay in her place and I will stay here in the civilization. But hey, jumping spiders are cute. No, they aren't. I'm just glad I don't need the brown recluse native area anymore. What the hell is that? That sounds racist. Also, the last year in the center we had an horizontal rain. Wait, what? What the hell? An horizontal rain? What? That's crazy. Where is gravity? I will be laughing too. Bro, shut the hell up. I hate you. You're supposed to be my friend. I got traumatized. I'm scared of chickens now. You should be feeling bad for me. You should be saying, "Oh, tell that. Don't worry, buddy. I got you." How dare you? The chicken pursued me all over the land. It made me think a little fella rolling all over the world and the chicken running after him. I don't know how it's called, like all over the space, the little, grounded space where the chickens were. I know how to call it, yard. When you create your lorry, we know what to put as a billion chicken or other bird, maybe a Audica. I just don't like chickens. I've been bit by a brown recluse. It's only an issue for children and elderly. Oh, you're talking about... Oh, it's a bird. Okay, it's a bird. Yeah, the wind was so strong that we had to seal doors and windows. Bro, that's scary. That's very scary. I do remember one time when, for example, okay, guys, I'm ready to share this with you. I actually work for well, no, I'm not ready to share this with you. But I work for a organization. I'm not gonna say the name. Organization that do stuff for humanity. I know it's weird because I do hate humanity, but I did work with them, and I remember it was pandemic, and I had to move to a very desolated town. It was a very, how do you say it, like a little town where everyone, like, they don't go to school because they don't have schools and they're very poor, okay? And I had to move there because I was in charge of the education. Actually, I had to go there and put some children together and teach them how to read and stuff like that. And bro, the rains there, the fucking storms were so freaking scary. I do remember one time I was teaching them, I was having a class and everything. It was a class outside, you know, because as I told you, they don't have schools or everything. It's a very poor zone. So they don't have establishments for doing stuff. So the classes we had, I had this board that it was a transportable board, and we had the class outside in a yard. I remember it started raining. It started raining so freaking hard, but it wasn't a normal rain. I'm gonna search the word because it was those freaking thick ice cubes. It was hail. It was fucking hail. It was fucking hail coming off the sky. And you know what? I'm laughing now, but I swear to God, it wasn't funny when I saw it. With the books and everything, we started covering our heads because it's very dangerous. I remember one kid started running. One kid started running and he started screaming, you know, to let the others know that it was hail. A fucking piece of hail. A fucking piece of hail fell into his head and he was like, bonk! And he fell into the floor. Okay, I'm laughing now, okay? I'm laughing now, but at the moment I was like so worried. I had to carry the children. I had to carry the child. I had to carry the child inside. And I had to heal him, okay? I healed his wounds and everything because the children just started running and the child started screaming and a piece of ice just fell into his head and knocked him up. The ice cube just knocked him up and he was like, ah. So I had to carry the fucking child and go inside and heal him. Fucking children, guys, I hate them. Oh, damn. That's so funny. Children recluses spiders are a big trouble also, but I think they will have a big scare with Chilean tarantula. Yeah. Yeah, most likely. We call it violencia spider in Latin. Oh, la violinista! No! Those are so freaking scary. Those with the long legs? No, fuck them. I will cry, guys. The other day, for example, when I came from my trip to my house after some days, we had to clean everything because the spiders here, we have a lot of like spider problems, right? So you can imagine how scary for me is to just clean my floor because I don't want to find a freaking spider. I can actually cry. I don't like it. I don't like it. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm fine. En Chile these are called with a lot of reason araña de rincón. Sí, las arañas de rincón. Qué horribles, qué horribles. Nosotros tenemos un polvito que le echamos en las esquinas y pues se mueren, salen y se mueren. Y cuando barres, ves como que rosquitas con patas y son las arañas muertas. Entonces es como... It's better, right? Because I don't have to actually fight against the spider. It just dies. It just dies. And I just have to clean that up. Was not in the weather report. I actually don't know. We didn't have access to internet. The signal there was very unstable. So I remember the leader of the group had a little like machine that it was like a radio machine, and we were supposed to give reports, you know, like weekly report, we find this amount of people and they speak this language, and it was like, you know, a weekly report, and we were there for months. It was a humanitarian mission, you know, and so this town was very, very, very far. And they didn't have signal, the internet, of course, we didn't have internet or anything. It was just people. You hate children with all my soul. I hope... Don't have children, guys. We have enough people in the world. We need to fight overpopulation. But funny part is that the tarantula, araña pollito. ¿Por qué se llama araña pollito? It's even docile, the most docile of all, even if it was on verge of extinction because it was sold as a pet. What? No, but araña pollito suena muy bonito. Araña pollito, no. Guys, araña pollito is such a cute name. It's such a cute name. No. You will not sell me. You will not sell me the araña pollito. I don't like it. I don't want it. No, I will have beautiful children. Good for you, Hakuya. Good luck. Good luck. I really hope you can achieve that dream. If we don't die first because global warming, yeah, I hope you can achieve the dream. My kids will be wonderful addition to the world. That's very funny, you know. People my age, I don't know if you feel like this or you can identify with this, but people my age are getting married. People my age is getting families and stuff, right? And they have steady jobs, and they are, some of them are waiting for a child and everything. They have their families, they have the future already settled down, and I'm here being a VTuber. It's funny to think, because I do remember them from school, for example. I remember how childish and immature they were, and now they're getting married. Now they're getting, getting a house for their families and everything. And I'm like, oh, I guess you weren't the childish. It was me. It was me all along. I mean, that's good for them, but I still have goals and things I want to achieve first. Yeah, I think everyone's timing is a little bit different, you know? Everyone's mission and stuff like that. It depends on the person. I don't know, I don't see myself with a family and a house and responsibilities. I mean, I have enough with my current responsibilities, you know, pay bills or my taxes. I can barely do my taxes. So I actually cannot see myself taking care of someone else, especially if it's a child, right? But I guess people is different. Overpopulation is a myth. We aren't overpopulated. No, we are close procreate people. That's actually misinformation. It's a cause, it's for. In reality, there are spines that cause irritation on humans and ejects from itself when it feels dangerous. More notorious than other species. ¿El pollito? ¿La araña pollito? Claro, pues, porque es un depredador. No, qué miedo. Qué miedo, yo no quiero. Llévate tu araña pollito a otro lado. Guys, all insects are evil. You shall know, all insects are evil. The children will pay my bills. I don't want to ask. I'm too afraid to ask. Why are you talking about now? Say no to child exploitation. Say no to child labor, guys. Guys, I do get mad when, for example, people... It's very popular, at least in my country. And it's gonna sound classist as fuck, but I don't care. Poor people shouldn't have children. I think children is a huge responsibility, and you have to have some, requirements in order to have a child. And those requirements is one of, like, some of those requirements should be being mentally stable, because if you're traumatized, you're gonna traumatize your child. Okay, so you should go to therapy first in order to learn how to control your emotions and manage your behavior in order to not influence your children in the wrong way. Then you also should be economically stable, because the child is not gonna come for free. Since the beginning, the child is gonna require diapers, food, clothes, and medical stuff. The medical dates, and also if the child got sick, it's gonna need some medicine and if it's growing, it's gonna need vaccines and a lot of shit. So you shall have money for that. And if you don't have money, your child is gonna be fucking sick and it's gonna probably die, and it's gonna be your fault because you weren't prepared to having a child. And among other stuff, right, there's a lot of pre-requirements in order to have a child. So I think, guys, if you don't have those requirements, please don't have a child, because the one who's gonna suffer the most is gonna be, at the end, the child. And I don't know, like, I don't know why people that doesn't have the facilities to actually educate a child are the ones who actually procreate and have children. It's so weird. I'm a late millennial. I have 5-year marriage. We wanted kids, but it never happened. Oh no! That's not what I mean. I mean, if you're ready to have a child, then go ahead. You know, I really hope, Matt, if you still want child, it's gonna happen. Don't worry. It is great and it's gonna happen. And you know what? I don't know how is your position about this, but at least I am pro adoption. Like, if you cannot have a child of your own, like, there's a lot of freaking childs that are gonna grow poor, so you can adopt one and they're not gonna be poor anymore. I don't know, like, it depends on every person, you know. Like, there's some people that are like, they don't have problems with adoption, but there's some other people that want a child of their own blood, and it's totally understandable, you know. Like, it's not right or wrong, it's just a decision you have to do in life. So I think there's some options. There's some options if you cannot have a child of your own, but it depends on you. And I do hope that you can achieve what you're looking for right now, because it's very sad. I have seen some cousins and everything lost, and also very sad because they couldn't have a child when they wanted to, and you know, it's a little bit sad, but I hope you get over it, you know. I hope you get happy. Government mandated procreation permit. Shut the hell up, Bobine. You know what's funny? Okay, I'm gonna say something funny, but it's not actually not funny. It's very sad, but you understand, okay? So, like 30 years ago, we had a president that saw that we were very overpopulated. So you know what he did? He went to the very far away towns, as I told you, towns that didn't have any education and no internet or no anything. That they were very, very, very far from civilization, so they didn't know how to even speak Spanish. So he went to those kind of towns. He went with medics and everything, and he tricked them to have, especially the woman, he tricked them to have their uterus like closed. I don't know how it's called in English, but it's basically a sterilization. And he tricked them to get them sterilization. So it was a huge problem because okay, so a little bit of context, a cultural social context. In those kind of towns, the women are most likely seen as procreators. So the value of the women in their society is evaluated based on how many children they can give the men. Okay, when a woman stops having the capacity to give birth, the value that they have on their society comes down to zero, and they started being seen as animals or unworthy. They're not even seen as people anymore, not as a person. They started seeing as a thing below animals, okay, like as a nothing, because their value is based on how many kids they can give. So when they got sterilized, there was a thing. The medics that this president got for them, they speak Spanish, and as I told you, in these towns they didn't speak at all Spanish. They speak originally languages and very, you know, ancestral languages that weren't nothing like Spanish. So they were like, yeah, we want this, because they thought it was like a vaccine for them to get prepared for winter or everything, because it's my president, okay? If my president brings me medics, it must be for my own good, right? So they trust them, and all the women got sterilized. I don't know how to say it in English, but they no more procreation. So the years passed, and then these women that got the treatment, they stopped having the capacity to have children, and they started to suffer abuse from the men of the towns, because, you know, as I told you, the value of the women in that society was based on the birth capacity. When they stopped having the capacity, they started suffering abuse, crimes. They even killed them because, yeah, no more child. And when they reunited and started talking about it, the women noticed that, wait, we stopped having children when we received the treatment from the government. So there's another thing, another political thing. There was a political team that was against the current president of that time. It was like they were in a political war. So this team got together with a woman, and they say, oh, we are gonna be good people, we're gonna help you. But that was a lie. They actually wanted to take down the president. So they started representing these women and make the case public. So all the country knew what the president did, that he sterilized these women in order to them for stop having children. And well, it was not reversible. The woman will never have children again, but at least the truth was come out, and then the president was taken down, and blah 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 blah. But you know what? In those 10 years that no one knew a thing, the overpopulation of the country calmed down. And he actually prevented us to go in an economic, like, massive breakdown because of the overpopulation. And I'm not gonna say, I'm not saying it's right, but it's something very interesting. It's a very interesting story. Like, you will take your side. Like, if you support the decision of the president, or if you think it's wrong, like, the morals and ethics is up to you, and it's up to every person. But it's a very interesting story to just think about, you know. It's a crime against humanity. Yeah, that's why the president was taken down. He at the end was sent to jail because he committed a lot of crimes against humanity. He committed a lot of crimes against humanity. But, you know, I think in politics, there's no good or bad person, because at the end, the other team that made the case public and take the president down, they didn't do it because they were good people that wanted to help these poor women. They were interested people in gaining the favor of the population in order to gain political power and be able to get to presidents. So they weren't good either. They just wanted the power. I'm not having a kid until I have a good foundation for my family. Yeah, that's a very good deal. That's a very good decision. I support. Successfully grow a child, it's harder than rocket science. I know, boy, raising a child is so freaking hard. I think my child will kill me. If I ever have a child, I think it will kill me. The freaking overpopulation comes down with economic growth. Nurturing people not required. Yeah, I think as I told you, I'm not very informed in economics and stuff, but I don't know that when overpopulation happens, the food runs out and the money also runs out. So it's like a crash between a lot of stuff, and it's basically fuck up. If a country is overpopulated, it's basically a country that is fuck up, and they need to fix that. That's why China, I don't know if it was China or Japan, I don't know, an Asian country some years ago made this, it was China, right? The ones who made illegal to have more than one child, or it was two children. I think they don't have the law anymore. I'm not sure, but I do remember like 20 years ago, they have this law that forbid the families to have more than one or two children because they were overpopulated and they were fucked up. So they had to reduce the population somehow. And I don't know, like, happily for them, pandemic came and half of their population died. I mean, I don't say it's good for the people, but it was good for the government. No. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna drink my coffee. So dusty. Do you like coffee? You like coffee, guys? Coffee is so good. I actually wanted to talk to you about a lot of stuff. I had to make notes, guys. You know, I decided I'm gonna be a good streamer, and I'm gonna make notes about the stuff that happened on me on the weekend, and and I haven't talked about them. Oh my god, bro! I gotta tell you. Okay, so I went with Mama Delta to this restaurant on the weekend, and it was a very good restaurant. You know, the tasty food and the ambience was very good. And for some reason, you know, my mom has a gaydar, a very weird gaydar, because she only thinks that gay people is the men that are feminine or the woman that are masculine. Okay, so she doesn't have like an updated gaydar. Her radar is like 20 years ago, where feminine men were seen as homosexual, and same for manly woman, right? So in this restaurant, most of the waiters were feminine men. Like there was a man with a very cute hairstyle and a nail style, very cute and everything, and were like acting very delicate. So she was like, in my times. And you know when it starts like in my times, it means like she's gonna say something cancelable, right? So she was like, in my times, homosexuality wasn't this popular. And I was like, well, and we started having a conversation. You know, I have a very solid poster about homosexuality because I'm a homosexual. So I have like, I don't think that a feminine man is straight up gay. I think clothes are clothes. It doesn't matter if it's for woman. Like if you're a guy, you can wear a skirt, and that doesn't make you gay. Like clothes are just clothes, right? And stuff like that. If a guy gets his nails polished and cute, that doesn't mean he's gay. And same for a woman. If a woman wears like very manly clothes, that doesn't mean she's gay. Like she can be, and it could be a total casualty, right? It's not dependent, right? So I started talking to her about this and how the psychology works, and how the gay people have been existing in this planet since long time ago, like 400 years ago and everything, right? And she was like, yeah, but we're Christian, and in my heart I felt the Holy Spirit saying me that this is wrong. And I was like, well, do you know, okay, I'm gonna say my opinion. And she was like, no, tell me your opinion. So I shared to her what I think about the religious perspective about homosexuality. You know, the religious perspective is very fucked up, because 40 years ago the Pope was against all homosexuality, but suddenly he's a pro-gay activist. Okay, so as you may know, the Catholic Church is very it's very funny. So I started talking to her about that and sharing, you know, my knowledge about the topic, because it's a topic that I really like to talk about. It's very interesting to compare ideologies and everything in a respectful manner. She looked at me very seriously. She looked at me. She held my hand. This is very funny. She held my hand. She looked at me in the eyes. After I told her, you know, my speech about how people used to, you know, change the words because nobody speaks the language that the Bible was written 200 years ago and everything, blah, 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 right? She took my hand. She held my hand, and she was like, she looked at me in the eye and told me, Delta, do you feel gay? No. She's saying, Delta, do you feel homosexual? She did not say, are you gay? Are you homosexual? She said, do you feel homosexual? like a mom. I was like, I couldn't tell her, guys. I couldn't tell her. I was like, feel? No, I don't feel. I don't feel because I am. But I was just like, no, I don't think so. But the moment for me was so funny. She was truly concerned. Because I told to her, we were talking about the fucking Holy Spirit, right? She was like, I feel in my soul, the Holy Spirit talks to me, and it's saying that homosexuality is wrong. I feel it in my heart. And I was like, yeah, but that doesn't mean it's right, because you were raised in an environment where every homosexual behavior was bad and was criminalized and was vandalized and was satanized, like you don't see a homosexual and think it's bad because of the Holy Spirit, because of the way you were raised. I was raised among homosexuals. I was raised in a store, like my mother used to go to work since I was very little, right? And she used to leave me in my uncle's store or in my grandfather's house. And coincidentally, in the uncle's store, there was these people that was, there was a transgender, there was a homosexual, and there was like a lot of gay stuff, they were queer. Okay, I was surrounded by queer people. And when I grew up, I never, in my childhood, the queer people was never satanized. They were good people. They were really nice to me. Okay, so I never had like an opposition to the gayness, and at the end I turned okay. So I told her that, I met this uncle is also gay, and I also I met some people of my congregation. I was raised as a Christian, so I belong to a congregation of young people that allegedly are Christian. And I told her, I met some guys, and they're gay, but that doesn't mean they don't love God. You can love God and also be gay. Like, there's not, like, they are not exclusive, And she looked at me and said, Who you met? Who are you talking about? And I was like, I cannot tell you. If they talk to you, then they talk to you. That's something private, But I was just so... I wanted to laugh, guys. I wanted to laugh when she held my hand and asked me the question. I wanted to laugh so hard. But I knew if I laughed, she would feel bad, because she looked very, very concerned about that. She would look very, very concerned. I think she's worried now. I think she's a little worried. I think she's a little worried now, but it's okay. Allegedly a Christian. Yeah, because... I don't know if you belong, guys, or you ever like have belonged to a Christian, Catholic, or a religion that have some congregations. In those places, there's always the people that pretend to be Christian, but they aren't Christian. The people that think they're Christian, but they don't follow the Christian behavior that they should. And there's some people that is actually Christian, and they do believe in God, and they're the most devout people you ever met, but they don't look like they do. And there's the gay people that is Christian, and it doesn't change a thing. And for my experience, unironically, the gay people that is Christian is the most devout and the most Christian behavior people I have ever met. Even more than the people that should be more devoted to Jesus Christ and everything. And it's something that it really makes me think, I wish to live in a world where like sexual orientation shouldn't matter this much. Like, there should not be a separation between, people just because of their likes. But maybe someday, maybe 200 years, maybe in 200 years we will be like in the old Greece where people used to fuck each other and just because they liked them. That's how they get that, by being cool and chill and normal. so funny. That's how they get. She knows. No, I think she knows. I have a special perspective, but it's a Christian behavior. Like, you can share if you want. Like, this is a safe space, don't worry. I use bent. Hi, Tilton Young! Congrats on the cover, fire! Oh, hello, guys. So welcome. How you doing? I hope you're having a very nice day. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream when we're yapping about something and actually yapping about anything. But yeah, guys, that was so funny. Every time I remember, I laugh, but I do not laugh because it's funny. I laugh out of nervous, okay? It may be actually very, very nervous. Because I think it's the second time that I actually had the opportunity to tell her, mother, I'm gay. But I didn't have the balls, you know. Maybe someday. Okay, next time I swear I will come out of the closet. I just finished celebrating Paschetta celebration in Italy. Oh my god, that's so freaking good! What did you do? God, okay, guys, I'm very curious. What did you do on Easter celebrations? What did you do? Did you go to party? Like, I think European festivities about Easter, they're so freaking good. They, guys, from what I've seen, and tell me if I'm wrong, they have lots of food, lots of party, and and the food is so freaking tasty. The food is so freaking tasty. God, I would love to have a little bit of paschetta. No, I think paschetta is a celebration, right? It's not the food. What food do you have? What food do you eat on Easter? Do you have like any special food that you eat on these days, or it's just like normal desserts and normal food that you can eat whatever? Because at least here we have a special dessert that is only meant of Easter, and of course you can also eat it in other dates along the year, but it's like not special, you know. It's special because it's only made on these times of the year. If you eat it whatever, it's like it loses their special capabilities. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it's also superstition, you know. My trophies were. Oh my god. Easter celebration. We just celebrate by occasional family gathering. We eat Italian foods like rabbit, and lasagna. Oh, lasagna is so freaking good. And with panettone. Oh, guys, panettone is so tasty. I hate the raisins in the panettone, but I love the little fruits. It's very funny because we don't eat panettone on Easter, but we eat a lot of panettone on Christmas season. We eat a lot of panettone in Christmas season. My behavior is, yeah, you're X. Well, it doesn't matter to me. You're a person. I will refer you by your born gender. Born gender. Don't like it? Well, then say how I referred you, but until then... yeah, that makes sense. Easter here is called Pascua. Here too. Pascua party. In Poland, there is many food. Oh, what food do you have? A special pastry and eggs for some obscure religion purposes. Yeah, the sacrifices, right? They're also very good. I was finishing some work on the side, got a piece out for now and sugar and food. Bye, Red Bro! Have a nice day, buddy. Have a nice day. Thank you for passing by. Smooches. Guys, check out Red Rogue. He streams retro games. And he's very chill, so I really recommend you his channel. Mostly what is made in Bass's family. So you prepare the food with your family? Damn. No raisins in panettone, even though it's normal, but for me it's no. I know! It doesn't taste good! Maybe it's because I don't like raisins at all. I just don't stand the raisins. Also for the skin, it's the same thing as blueberries, right? I don't like the very crunchy skin that surrounds the raisin. And the thing with the raisin is that it's all ugh. I don't like it. Have you tried the choco panettone? It's basically panettone with chocolate chips, and it's so good. It's so good. I think it's better. I think it's better than the normal panettone because of the chocolate. Everything with chocolate is better. One common meal is truikunka, blessed food, meat, egg, bread, salt, pepper, and something sweet. Ooh, wait, it sounds very, very good. It sounds like something very heavy, though. But today for Pasqueta, we ate salami lasagna again. Chala! Lasagna! Lasagna is so good. Chindiale. Wild boar, barbecue, salsiccia, and many more. Oh, all that sounds so freaking good. Why do Italian food has to be so fucking good? Choco panettone is got tired. Choco panettone is got tired, guys. Guys, choco panettone is so freaking good. I wish to know how to make panettone. It seems so easy to make panettone, but it's actually very hard because you need the panettone to get fluffy. And in order to get fluffy, you don't only have to treat the dog for a certain amount of time, but you also have to control the oven temperature and how it goes and everything. If you open, for example, if you put the panettone inside of the oven and you open it before the time, the panettone is not gonna get fluffy, but it's gonna get de-inflated. And the inflated dog is not gonna be panettone. Panettone is supposed to be fluffy and inflated and like, you know. Reminds me, I'm gonna make pesto today. Oh my god, that's so tasty! What are you eating tasty goods today? Guys, actually Italian food is my favorite type of food. I love calzone, lasagna, spaghetti. I don't know how it's called, but it's like a bread, but it's pizza bread. I like a lot of raviolis. Raviolis are very good, but what I do not like about raviolis is because I need to open the ravioli to see the insides. It's just a thing that I have with food. I need to see what I'm eating. And what makes me a little bit anxious about raviolis is that I don't see what I'm eating, so I have to open up the ravioli in order to see what I'm gonna put inside my mouth. It's just a little ritual I have when I eat. Yeah, I need to. And you know, if you open the ravioli, sometimes the sauce is gonna get out, and you know, think about ravioli is that the sauce is inside. So if I open, the sauce is gonna get out, and it's not gonna be good anymore because I open it, but I need to open it because I need to see. It's very stressing eating ravioli. At least for me, it's just a me problem. This event is a more of a family gathering comparison than we just enjoy and relax, even if we're talking something nonsense. It's so lovely to all the family around. That's so cool! I'm so happy for you. That sounds very sweet. I hope you have a very nice time with your family. I have a frozen spinach and mushroom pizza for dinner. You know, totally valid. I will actually eat the same. Maybe not the mushroom pizza. I don't enjoy mushrooms, but that sounds good. Pizza bread. Yeah, it's like a bread, you know, it's like a fulanka. Like the bread is like a stick to another bread, 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 until they make like this circle, and it's like a circle of bread. And the thing with the bread is like they have cheese and parmesan and like 3 kinds of different cheeses on the upside, and on the inside it has a lot of meat. It's like the bread, when it's a stick to another, the inside of the bread it has a little, I don't know, it's like all meat bolognese. It has like sausages and also has meat and also has pork and also has like chicken, and it's like everything's on the inside. It's like a little you know thing that is on the inside on the bread, and when you stick the bread to another and you put like this circle, it's like a polanca. Ha! I don't know how to call it. We call it fulanca, but we know it's not the name. We just invented the name because we don't know the actual name, and I don't even know if it's Italian, but it's sold in little Italian stores here, so I guess it's Italian. I'm actually not sure. Pizza frita. I actually don't know. Why you had dusty food, Delta? There's so many dusty mushrooms. Hello, Sonny. How you doing? Welcome! Guys, I just noticed the time. We have a karaoke in 10 minutes. Should we just keep japping? We have a karaoke in 10 minutes. Should I go? Let me check the time. Wait. Let me check here what we're gonna do. Because we have a karaoke. Yappaope. Yeah, yappaoke. Guys, let me. Okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna prepare the karaoke room because I did have like, guys, I'm gonna show you something about yesterday. As I told you yesterday, I was just window shopping on Etsy stores and I saw this gold widget, very, very cute, that I wanted to use, but today I didn't have to put it on the stream, so I'm gonna put it right away and I'm gonna put it on the karaoke stream. Okay, I'm gonna register the karaoke and in 10 minutes I'm gonna come back with some water. I need to pee too. So let me let me put it here. Karaoke. Okay, guys. Well, I missed it. Damn it. Japan sing? Oh, maybe. Okay. We're gonna raid into the karaoke thing, and I don't know that song. I don't know that song, but thank you so much for the request. I'm gonna go pee, and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for coming. I'm gonna see you in the karaoke room. And yeah, blah 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 blah, bye 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 bye.